Whoa, what the? Oh, hey, you're here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been to a comic book or cosplay convention of any kind before? Well, I have. Over this past weekend, in fact. And I'm not gonna lie, for a nerd like myself, it was pretty great. And that's why today I'm going to be talking about my experience at the 2026 Iron City Comic Con. So, fun fact, I've actually been doing cosplay for the last handful of years or so now. I went to my first ever convention back in 2021 where I did a cosplay of Corvo Otano from the Dishonored games. And while it wasn't the most comfortable experience cosplay-wise, I actually ended up having a really amazing time, and I actually went the following year in 2022 as Alex Mercer from the Prototype games, and then again in 2023 as Ash Williams from the Evil Dead franchise. And to make things even cooler, that same year, I actually got to meet and get a photo with Ron Perlman, which I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty big highlight for my 2023 overall. Now, when 2024 rolled around, I decided not to go because unfortunately we were dealing with a family emergency at the time. And strangely enough, in 2025, there just was no Alabama Comic Con. At least not from anything I could find. I tried looking up the, schedule for the event and there just wasn't one. I mean, unless I missed something, I really don't know. But anyway, for this year, I decided to go with my friend Rebecca, who went as a custom Sims character. You can see that plumb bob atop her head. And as for myself, I decided to dust off an unused Ghostbusters cosplay that I had actually planned on using back in 2024. And I mean, heck, everyone at the event ended up loving it. And I don't just mean other con goers or cosplayers. I'm talking even the security staff was stopping to tell me that it looked awesome. And really, to put things in perspective, I have been a Ghostbusters fan since I was back in elementary school. So actually being able to throw together the whole outfit and being able to put it to use was just really a dream come true for my inner child. So keeping the trend of meeting badass actors going, this year I actually decided I was going to meet Danny Trejo. And there's kind of a funny story to this. When Rebecca and I were in line to meet Danny Trejo, she was telling me, okay, so when we get up to the front, I'm going to let you get your picture with him, and I'm just going to stand off to the side. So we get up to the front, I'm shaking hands with Danny Trejo, we're exchanging back and forth, hey, really nice to meet you, how you doing, you having a good time so far? And I hand my phone over to the staff member, he snaps our picture. Now, before this man takes his hand from my shoulder, he looks over and he sees Rebecca standing to the side. And he's like, are you two here together? And I'm like, yes, sir. So he looks at Rebecca and he goes, hey, you, get in here. Now, in response, Rebecca gets a little shy and she starts trying to explain, oh, this is just Will's photo. I'm not trying to interfere or nothing like that. Danny Trejo just looks at Rebecca and goes, get in here or I'm gonna scream. And it was just the funniest thing. That is a core memory that is locked in my head now. So Rebecca runs in and the staff member takes one more photo of the three of us together, and it was just a really cool experience. And I gotta say, Danny Trejo, super nice dude. And the coolness does not stop there either. Buckle up, fellow horror fans, because I also got to meet and get a photo with Nick Castle, the actor that played the original Michael Myers in the very first Halloween film. And he was also just a super nice dude, very friendly. Now, though we didn't talk very much, I noticed he was actually wearing, and you can see this in the photo, he has on a shirt of his pet cat named Michael Meowers. That is just the best thing ever. And that pretty much wraps it up for the meet and greets. The rest of the con, we ran around and looked at all the really cool merch that they had. And trust me when I say they had a ton of really cool stuff. I actually got some of it to show off here for the video. One of the very first tables we stopped at, it was a dude in a cosplay of the merchant from Resident Evil 4, and he even had the little firelight lamppost thing that you usually see next to him in the games. I just really love that little detail. And from him, I bought a couple of things. One being an ink ribbon that you use to save your progress in some of the older Resident Evil games. I don't know, they might also be in the newer ones. There's a few Resident Evils I still have yet to play. And the other thing I got was a fully mixed yellow, red, and green healing herb that I know best as a healing item from Resident Evil 4. and I think those are going to look awesome next to my merchant rubber duck that I got a few years ago. Now, I actually didn't get this guy at a convention, but I've had him for a little while, and you might have actually seen him just chilling on the shelf back there. On real quick before I forget, I actually got one of this guy's business cards. Shout out to Cosplay Mutt. You can actually follow this guy on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter or X, and Etsy. Oh, and I also found something that I had been looking for a very long time now. I'm talking years. We came upon this one booth that actually makes and sells custom Lego figurines. Shout out to Figurine Funhouse. And from there, I finally got a Lego figure of Ash Williams from Evil Dead. Look at the little chainsaw hand and the boomstick. I guess it's not gonna focus. You know what? That'll probably just look better in an image since the camera won't focus. So I'll just put one up there of my collection so far. Just look at them there, all nice and together. So this last bit of merch I wanted to save toward the end because this is legitimately one of the coolest things that I own now. Whenever I got to meet and get a photo with Nick Castle, I was also able to get a signed photo print of him from the original set of the first Halloween film. I swear I gotta get this thing framed ASAP. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the whole of the event. Other than that, we got some really cool photos with some just awesome cosplayers. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my friend Rebecca and say thank you once again for your assistance during the event. I really appreciate you helping out with the photos and reholstering the Proton wand back into the Proton pack. I could not do that by myself to save my own life. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. If they have another Iron City Comic Con next year, I would love to attend if I'm able. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. You know the deal by now. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are on the way to 500 subs, and I greatly appreciate the support from each and every one of you. If you like what you see here on the channel, do your boy a favor, help him get monetized, and I hope you all have a great-tastic day. Stay feral.